2020 legislative session, as we said earlier in the show, is officially underway. It kicked off with Governor Little's State of the State address. In his address, the governor outlined his hopes for the budget. Based on his recommendations, again, it would be about a 4% jump in the overall budget over last year, with $60 million left over in the surplus. 6 on your side's Jessica Taylor breaks down the numbers.
This is a year about priorities, according to Governor Little and his team. One major priority noted in the State of the State: education.
I subscribe to the view that it's better to prepare children today than to repair them later.
Recommendations from the Our Kids, Idaho's Future Education Task Force in November were acknowledged by Little and some recommended by him, including teacher retention. Little recommends $7.7 million for teacher pay raise and continuing to boost starting teacher salaries to $40,000. That's different from the $30 million recommended to go towards increases for experienced teachers.
We cannot simply rely on the good hearts of teachers any longer to retain an effective teaching workforce in Idaho. We must pay them competitively.
Big chunks of funding were recommended to go towards transportation, totaling nearly $100 million. Other hot-button issues noted were the plans to add 500 more out-of-state beds for inmates and rainy day funds in case of another recession. The Division of Financial Management staff says they weigh all scenarios, and the most pessimistic scenario means a 35% chance of recession in the next fiscal year.
The credible stress test shows we have more work to do to prepare for a recession. That's why I'm also calling for us to raise the cap on our main rainy day fund so that we can better position our state for any economic condition.
House Republicans also noted a positive outlook on the speech, though also stating property taxes were, quote, a little light.
I think there was general agreement in the education part of his, certainly on the K through 3 literacy. I think that no one can criticize the need for increased investment and increased emphasis.
Democratic leadership spoke as well, noting their desire to increase commitment to K through 12 education, but hope to see all-day kindergarten on the list.
We're excited to see renewed momentum in that direction. Unfortunately, that was not one of the governor's budget recommendations, but that doesn't mean it isn't something we can work toward at the legislative level.
Jessica Taylor, 6 on your side.
Combating the opioid epidemic also made the list this year, and concerns over Medicaid and the grocery tax, that is, were heavily questioned in both press conferences.